Dejounte Murray and trade rumors again?
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans, Atlanta Hawks fans, NBA fans? Welcome to TSR Sports. And you may be thinking, why is the San Antonio Spurs channel covering a possible Dejounte Murray trade? Well, the Spurs traded Dejounte Murray a year ago, and they got the 2025 and 2027 first-round picks from the Hawks, and they also have a 2026 first-round pick swap option. So what happens with the Atlanta Hawks is definitely something San Antonio Spurs fans want to keep an eye on. Spurs fans, Hawks fans, let me know in the comments down below after we go through the article. Give your 2 cents. Do you think there is a chance the Hawks could be looking at trading Dejounte Murray already after 1 year? Hit the thumbs up, support the channel, and subscribe for more Spurs and NBA content and more where the heck's Dejounte Murray going content. I don't know. Let's get into the article, my friends. This is from Sports Illustrated. So here we go. It's been a little less than a year since the San Antonio Spurs traded Dejounte Murray to the Atlanta Hawks. However, the former All-Star point guard could find himself in trade rumors again this offseason. We have a quote here. The team is believed to be looking at for a home for John Collins, but some whispers abound that Dejounte Murray could be had in the right deal. Murray is due about $18 million this season, but may not open to an extension to a 25. May not be open to an extension limited to a $25.4 million starting salary. Unless Atlanta can shed significant salary elsewhere, they may not be able to afford Murray at his current price, let alone on a new deal in his likely asking range above $30 million. And that's one of the reasons the Spurs shipped him away because of the contract coming up. Here's what they also have to say about Murray. Not the kindest words, but I can't really dispute this fact. Dejounte Murray has proven to be a big floor raiser, true, but has yet to break any team's ceiling. Ouch. The Spurs were bad with him, worse without him, but were never great with him. So I can't really argue that statement. Trading Dejounte Murray proved to be an ideal move for the San Antonio Spurs. They acquired 3 additional first-round picks, which we talked about a little bit earlier. Now the Atlanta Hawks find themselves in a similar position that the San Antonio Spurs did a year ago. No man's land. Perhaps trading Murray will dig themselves out of it. So there's a lot going on with the Atlanta Hawks right now. It's really, and I'd like to get Hawks fans' feedback if you're here checking out the video. Do you think Murray's going to get traded? Do you think the Trae Young situation, how do you think that's going to play out? The Atlanta Hawks, I really do feel like when they got Dejounte Murray from the San Antonio Spurs, you know what, let me put my thumbnail here. I don't have my thumbnail. Let me add my thumbnail in. I think the Atlanta Hawks really felt like Dejounte Murray would be the guy that got him over the hump, the next step. Like with Dejounte Murray, he's going to bring us to the promised land. There I am. He's going to, he's the final piece. You wouldn't trade all those assets, 3 first-round picks for a player, if you didn't think he was a piece that was going to get you to the Eastern Conference Finals again, to the NBA Finals. And I think the Hawks really felt, and fans too, that the backcourt of Dejounte Murray and Trae Young would be the 1-2 punch you needed to take the team to the next level. And that has not worked out, clearly. I know it's only 1 year, but with that contract situation looming, could the Hawks think, could they be in the Spurs situation where they think, you know what, let's go ahead, trade Dejounte Murray, maybe we can get a pick or 2, get a first-round pick, recoup some of those picks that we gave up to the San Antonio Spurs. It's a tough situation to be in. And if Trae Young ends up leaving Atlanta, Trae Young leaves, Dejounte leaves, you could be hitting the reset button, and that's very bad for the Atlanta Hawks because if you hit the reset button, you don't have the picks coming up in the next few years to rebuild your franchise. If you're a San Antonio Spurs fan, then you've hit a gold mine if the Hawks are bad in 25, 26, and 27. If they're a lottery team any one of those years, or 2 of those years, or 3 of those years, you have those picks. That is really huge. And for Dejounte Murray, let me just say, you don't want to be that. It's not good if you end up playing for 3 teams for 3 years. Granted, not all his fault. Really could say none of it's his fault. But he doesn't have the best image with San Antonio Spurs fans after some disparaging remarks after he left San Antonio. If he was traded from Atlanta, would he say anything bad about the Atlanta organization? That would be really, really bad. Because now you not only were 3 teams in 3 years, but you're bad-mouthing your previous teams. NBA teams might be like, you know what? You ain't worth it. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. Got my short video here. Want to get your feedback. I can't believe he... good player on the court. Not a great player. A good player. Don't like his off-the-court comments, his social media comments. Some Spurs fans, if you're in here, well, I'm sure you're in here, if you say, hey, let's get Dejounte Murray back to the Spurs, and he'll be our point guard, don't want him back. I'm pretty sure the organization, based off of what he has said in the past and recent scene, doesn't want him back, and he doesn't get you to that. He's a good player. He's a Robin. We've talked about this as Spurs fans. He's a great secondary compliment. And Atlanta. I look at Atlanta's roster and I see the talent between Trae Young, Dejounte Murray, Clint Capella, John Collins, and others. I look at that roster and can't help but think. Being honest with the Hawks fans, if they're watching, I feel like you should be a team that should be contending in the Eastern Conference Finals. And I know you guys took Boston to the limit, did you not? Boston was Boston was so darn inconsistent. I don't know how to rate them if they were a good team, an underwhelming team, or what they were. I got a feeling the Hawks are going to try to make this work in the end, as in not trade him, but make it work. Because to give up all that draft capital and get no return, which is just a massive hit to your franchise. We're seeing that in Minnesota right now, where I'm already seeing rumors with the Timberwolves maybe looking to move Karl Anthony Towns because the Towns and Gobert connection didn't give them the expected results they wanted last year, and they gave up a ton of picks to the Utah Jazz for Rudy Gobert. So this could be a lesson to teams moving forward too. Is just maybe you don't want to give up so many picks for a player unless you're 100,000,000% sure that this guy's going to be with you for the next decade and he's a franchise player. With all due respect to Dejounte Murray, Rudy Gobert, great players. Are they franchise players like current player LeBron James, Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Steph Curry? Are they those type of guys? No, they're absolutely not. And the Hawks could find themselves in a really bad situation in the next few years if things blow up. That's all I got, my friends. I thank you all for tuning in. Thought I'd do something a little different today, and appreciate you watching. As always, microphone users beware. Go Spurs, go!